And we are going right into it. Akron University up against St. Clair College for week 1 of the CR6. And we're going straight into it, right into the banning phase. We
There's
see
that Maverick.
Maverick getting banned right away. That hard breach coming, 'cause that's what they're trying to cancel off, that hard breach coming from above.
Yeah, so Maverick essentially makes holes in the wall, which you can peek through and get kills. One of the hardest strats to contest is Maverick will lay down on the ground on the balcony while pushing the CCTV cache room, and he'll make a line with his Maverick torch and get kills on the bandit. And
There we go,
the Jackal.
the typical Jackal ban. We see that, I think, every single game.
Yeah, so roamers.
Yeah.
You know, this St. Clair does a very well, very good job on roaming, and so eliminating Jackal just helps the roam.
And there we go, the Echo getting taken out of place. So the Yokai drone not going to be able to be used to cancel out any diffusing.
So essentially, Echo has 2 Yokai drones.
Yeah, 2 Yokai
and
drones.
So you know those are out, and that's plant denial down.
And Mira is going to be the last ban. What do you like that Mira ban?
Mirror ban is a ban that you see on this map sometimes. Not the strongest ban. You know, you could have banned the Cade, get, you know, the hatches open. You could have banned. There's so many other bans, but Mira is a ban that you do see sometimes.
Yeah, and going right into the operator picks, we see on St. Clair, Thatcher, Thermite, IQ, Zofia, and Buck. And on
defense, they have Bandit, Jaeger, Doc, Maestro, and Legion. And they are defending the default CCTV cache room. So essentially, that is the site that you will most likely see the most stuff.
Yeah, and we're gonna probably see Thermite holding that that balcony area where the breach on the wall will be held.
Thermite Thatcher, yep. Thermite Thatcher will probably be pushing that that wall, and then IQ might be below Buck and Zofia, probably entry fragging somewhere.
Exactly, and here we go into the defensive setup. See the rotate hold being made already by the Legion. No health getting taken away by the Legion, pointing that out. As we saw that happen a couple times last time.
Wednesday, a little bit of the health, and I said that, you know, the health wouldn't matter, but essentially it did.
So you gotta watch out for that extra damage that your impact nade might do to yourself. Could cost you in the long run.
You don't want any pre-round damage or utility use.
There we go. Legion gonna cut off that that rotate over on that one side. Don't really know the call out for that one.
That's a Maestro cam in the computers. Now, that's a really good Maestro cam because it's really hard to contest from the outside. You know, you can contest it from the window, but other than that, it's really hard to contest.
And here we go, St. Clair College breaching into the map already, going for that quick push into a pool room.
So you have Buck already in billiards, pool table, and he's pretty much almost under sight. So if he can get underneath the site and start bucking underneath, you know, that's a lot of places where the defenders can't sit.
I didn't really catch it. Do we have any roamers on Akron right now?
I can't really see anything.
We have it down right now. CJ4 taking out Imagine. That is a really early pick for Akron. And we saw St. Clair struggle with that on Wednesday night. So you think they're maybe struggling with that still? Like,
see, Imagine was pushing alone.
Yeah.
So, you know, the Jaeger might have got called out, but he couldn't get the gun skill there to do it. But, you know, you always pick it back up and try again.
Bandit trick coming out. So let's see if Miss Nautica can win this duel with the Bandit. Does he go for the shots inside the site? Backed up by his teammate, Rapid, from the roof. But nobody going down. I don't think we saw any damage taken. Actually, a little bit taken off of Duzzy. And I think they did a tiny bit to Doc, but he's going to heal himself up.
Yeah, so that's one Doc stim used. Essentially, that's utility that you don't want to use. But you can see there's someone sitting on blue stairs as the Thermite shoots out the window.
Does he going for that quick push underneath the site? Let's see if he can take out that one. See if they can sniff out that defender kind of lurking. They did.
There's
C4 Days getting taken out by JM Beast. So that's even player advantage.
So as you can see, the IQ below, getting those bandit charges, and then the thermite is going to open up that wall, get a perfect line of sight into sight, and that is how you execute that
Akron
site.
University just giving up total control of that wall. The bandit didn't even want to contest it anymore.
Yeah, the bandit ran to main stairs to try and contest the IQ downstairs. Completely forgot there was a thermite out that wall, and now it's open.
St. Clair doing really. Miss Nautica taking out IMAT, so that's an advantage for St. Clair, and they're on site, dropping the diffuser.
Miss Nautica getting the diffuser down as Doozy enters and kills Surma.
JMB's taking out Juicy Joseph. And St. Clair in a 4-on-1 situation, and Doozy takes out Prodigy.
So that was a beautiful push. A beautiful push by St. Clair. They didn't try and rush it. Imagine went down early, and they just came back. Didn't worry about where the Jaeger was because he was way too far off site. And so they opened that wall and just had garage control, and they pretty much had control of the whole map.
We see IMAT taking out the Mozzie this time, switching off of which character he was. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I can't remember which one was he, but the Mozzie being taken out this one. So I think that's a good switch for Akron. They were getting droned out pretty heavily by St. Clair.
Yeah, St. Clair uses their drones very well, and they hold their drones very well, so they have a lot of intel on the site. As you can see, default site, they're going to try it one more time. And, essentially the same strategy, see if they change up anything a little bit at least. You got the Bandit, Legion, Maestro, Jaeger from last round, and the new Mozzie.
And one thing that Akron did really well last round was take out that buck in the early ground. They let St. Clair kind of suffocate their roamer though, and they didn't have any backup. Because once he took out that buck, St. Clair just knew that he was the only one down there, and they need to take him out. So maybe Akron doing really well to take out that one player, but not following up with keeping their teammate alive.
Doozy's drone's going to get spawn peeked there, and that's one intel less that they have.
It's a questionable peek on a drone,
Yeah, he could have got peeked from even Doozy's right there, spawning on that side, and it's a questionable peek, but if you get it off fast enough, it is, knocking down the intel that St. Clair has, forcing them to use more drones.
And as we see, Imagine once again taking his spot in pool room.
So yeah, Imagine pushing in the same spot. Can't get through that hole, but eventually gets through it. And he's going to peek everything he can, shoot the jukebox so that he has sound. Now, did you know if you shoot that jukebox, it shuts off the music and you can actually hear everything around you.
Okay. So a little bit of extra intel you can get, getting rid of that white noise coming in the back of your ears.
Yeah.
So we can see Doozy peeking in this window, but he doesn't know that there's somebody behind him just contesting that. And here we go. We see a one-on-one, and Doozy goes down. Very well played by CJ. And that's twice in a row he gets first pick.
Yes.
But he goes down to Rapid.
Nice pinch there.
Very good job by St. Clair to bring it back to even odds.
Imagine called him out in the master, and Rapid just kind of said, hey, we'll pinch them together. Don't push them. We'll go together.
Imagine takes out IMAD, so that's a Mozzie down. So now they can drone in the safety of their own cameras.
Yeah, so essentially they have the mana advantage as well as a couple drones in their inventory if they need to use them. And IQ is going to go below, get these bandit charges, and get contested from Garage, and get Surma gets the kill on Rapid as well as Imagine. So, Legion got the kill on Imagine from main stairs, but they do get the wall open. It is down to a 3v2. Really
Awkward positioning by St. Clair, gets Imagine picked from behind. There was nobody following up when the IQ was getting those bandit traps down, but there's JM Beast taking out Surma. Excellent way to bring it back to even odds.
Oh, the Legion is right there.
Oh, almost bad timing for Miss Nautica, but I don't understand why he just knocked down that door and then ran away. Essentially maybe wanting to open up some sites.
Yeah, he just wanted to open up that rotate so that he didn't have to break it down as, you know, if, say, Miss Nautica gets this plant down and they don't want to have to break down that door.
15 seconds
So Maestro's just going to waste time here from Garage on his Maestro Cam, gets the kill with the Maestro Cam, and essentially JM Beast has to push in as hard as he can, peeking everything, and doesn't get the pre-fire down, so Juicy gets the kill.
Akron University doing an excellent job to take that round, tying it 1-1. That was a really good defense considering they were down a man advantage in that whole most of that push.
Yeah, they picked it right back up and, you know, said, don't push too fast or we're going to get you. And essentially that's what they did. So we're going to go downstairs now, Church Arsenal, and that's second site that usually teams go to, and that's in the basement, obviously.
We have Miss Nautica switching up on the Hibana and Thermite going to Doozy. So good kind of changing up their tactics for this new site that they're pushing. And we have the Vigil coming out for CJ and Valkyrie coming out for Surma.
So that IQ is going to have a lot of jobs on this site. Everything essentially is being able to be seen by that IQ scanner. Valkyrie cams, Vigil when he's using his ability, Legion mines, Maestro cams, and Jaeger devices can all be detected by her scanner.
JMB switching up on the 6-pick to Nomad. So we're going to see no runouts or very minimal runouts for Akron University.
Nomad also does cut off rotation. So if Nomad gets into, say, bar and wants to cut off a rotate, she'll shoot her air jab at a door just so that they know when an attacker, or sorry, when a defender runs to that air jab. And so you see Jaeger getting the main hatch and Vigil getting the blue hatch, and I believe someone already got the Moto hatch, which is in bar, and Valkyrie setting up her cams in the default camera spots.
5 seconds left.
Reflecting on that last round that we just had, how do you want to see St. Clair change up the tactic to push the basement instead of the roof?
So pushing upstairs and downstairs is completely different. We do have double hard breach now. So if one dies, and there's a spawn peak kill
For St. Clair.
For St. Clair. Vigil tried probably spawn peeking and, you know, got dropped by JM Beast.
Dude, basically, you know, like, I know my camera can't see you, but that doesn't mean my gun can't see you. So, hello and goodbye.
Yes, that is very correct. And you see him shooting out that to stop the music. And there is someone sitting on main stairs. I don't know if he knows that or not. But Habana's pushing into blue hatch room. Essentially, that is what it's called, or stock. And she's going to get the blue hatch. And so that's one area where someone can be spotted and killed.
We got Imagine pushing up those stairs, and shots off by the player holding those stairs, so he knows he's there now. Callout's coming up. He's going to open up the floor, watching for that rotation, but he's not there anymore. So hold that angle all you want. I don't think he's coming back now.
So Doozy opening up main hatch with a thermite charge, as they didn't have any impact.
And there we go. IMAT taking out Miss Nautica. That's diffuser down too, so they're going to have to rotate, and they don't know I think he's upstairs. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he rotated. He peeked the hatch room, the stock room, and kind of just got a kill and ran away. Essentially, that's what a roamer does. Run away. Waste as much time as you can. Now, there's a roam presence, so, you know, they're just, unless they have drones watching their roams, and Nomad's there to cut off, you know, all the rotates.
There
but
we go.
there is a
Somebody
Jaeger
on main stairs. He's getting shot in the kill. Imagine getting shot in the back off the stairs. IMAT moving up, and that's 2 kills he's got on the roam, so he's doing an excellent job at making sure that St. Clair's push is as slow as it possibly can.
Yeah, so you see Doozy getting the bar hatch as well. So all hatches are open, all drops are open, and anywhere you can push.
Time is ticking, though. We have to see St. Clair start making their moves.
Yeah, so we're going to have a drone go into site, give some call-outs. There's a pick on Rapid to Surma, and then he drops into site.
That's
IMAT
taking out Doozy, and Rapid getting dropped by Prodigy. Juicy Joseph taking out JM Beast. All 3 players in unison getting taken down by Akron University as they get the 2-to-1 advantage in this game now.
I was a little punch hole, little peek hole. It's hard to see when you're, running through sight with so little time, and you're just trying to peek everything that's default that you can peek, and with that punch hole, it just puts another angle.
Props to IMAT for roaming for so long and taking out 2 players. It's all like he took out 2 players as if St. Clair forgot he was even there.
Yeah, it looked like St. Clair just kind of stopped worrying about the roamer, but essentially that got them killed in the end.
And kind of it's a repeat to 2 days ago on Wednesday. St. Clair did have trouble with that roamer. So are we seeing maybe like a crack in their attack?
No, essentially the roamer did his job.
Yeah.
The roamer did his job very well, and that's what the roamers practice to do. They just essentially, you can just run around and waste as much time as you can. You don't even need kills, and you did your job. So
Attackers need to
We
locate
have
and defuse
Imagine
bomb.
switching up off of Buck to Capiteo. That's really good for pushing this top floor, I know, because he can smoke off those sight lines and get into so that his teammates can push into sight a little bit more.
yeah, no, not only can he smoke off the sight lines, but that bandit, I believe, is going to be bandit tricking there because they do have the castles, so he can fire arrow right through and get that bandit if they knock down both castle barricades.
That's true. Doozy's left the game. Do we have some connection difficulties? They're going to be, I think we have to play through that disconnect, so it's going to be, oh, that's JM Beast leaving the game too, and Rapids left.
Attackers
They did
recovered
say rehost in the chat, so everybody left, and so it's going to be a rehost.
And going into this rehost, Akron University up 2-1.
So Akron up in the lead, but not by much. Not very much gameplay was played, but looking at what we have, I see a great game.
I do too. What exactly are you enjoying about this so far, though?
I enjoy that both teams are evenly strength. Both teams know how to roam and roam clear. Both teams know how to protect and attack the site. So essentially, it's who can click the head the better.
Yes. Clicking heads, very important in this game.
So as you can see, as we set up the rehost here, we're going to have the same bands, same attacks. So the score doesn't go anywhere. The kill-death ratio does. So all the kills and deaths get wiped, but not permanently, as we do save them to submit to the league.
Yep. And stay tuned for this. We are just going to go on to a quick break while they restart the map.
feel so alive. I've never felt this way before. It must be you and I.
And we are back with more CR6 action. Following that rehost, what are we expected to see after that?
So essentially, the rehost is just rehosting the game. So the game's going to be 2-1. So that fourth round is just voided out. It's replayed. But now if they went into action phase where the attackers are now trying to attack the site, it would count as a win for Akron. And essentially they left with 3 seconds left in drone phase, and so it saved St. Clair. So it's just a void round. So they're going to replay the round.
So going into this replay, excited to see this kick back off. Such a close match so far. Both teams evenly strength, it looks like, in slaying, evenly strength in strategy. And here we go into the round, back into the defense setup.
So they're going to have to reset their setup. You know, it's always annoying when you got to do it, but you got to do what you got to do.
You don't even, most of the time, you don't even want to do it once, let alone twice.
Well, once is always the better option because that means you won the round.
Yeah.
But
and here we go. We got the double hard breach still on St. Clair College because they have to keep the same characters that they went into the last round with. So where do you expect to see them push mostly?
I expect to see a lot of presence on the hot tub wall or jacuzzi wall, whatever you like to call it, which is the wall that is essentially going to be bandit tricked. There's going to be the Thatcher and the Thermite. You're going to see someone open up Logistics Hatch, which is the room across from site. And there's going to be some presence on the balcony, contesting every angle possible. So as you can see, Rapid is on the Habana instead of the IQ this time.
And there we go. We see the bandit putting down his traps, already setting up to take care of that Thermite. Miss Nautica taking out the cameras, and Doozy looking to push in here, but we have a castle down, so he's just gonna set down his Claymore, sorry.
So there's a roaming presence in CCTV and cash room, which they're gonna have to push out. As you can see, Rapid's peeking into the window so that nobody gets picked off on accident. Now Doozy's holding that angle as well.
And as Doozy looks away, it looks like somebody's going to peek him from that CCTV room. Let's see if they're ready for that. I'm pretty sure he backed off of it, so.
So Bandit is going to bandit trick this Thermite, and I believe that is both Thermite charges.
Both Thermite charges and both of Capiteo's flame arrows down too, so that's a lot of gadgets down on St. Clair's side. Unable to get the positioning they want, but Hibana's gonna essentially open up that that hole in the wall that Miss Nautica wasn't able to get.
Yeah, so now they're gonna try and open it with the Hibana as well as push the billiards and bar. So there is no roam presence that I can see on the bottom floor except for
Juicy Joseph taking out JM Beast. So early man advantage for Akron University. And here we go. Imagine in a one-on-one getting hit by the goo mine, but still going for the shot. And he's going to get the kill confirmed on Surma.
You know, that was a nice push because he knew he was there and he knew he had to rotate up and he can get that little peek on him even if he was running back into sight. So great push by Imagine.
Imagine getting another kill on Juicy Joseph. So that's man advantage for St. Clair.
Now these goo mines, like I say all the time, they're such a big nuisance because you hit them and you can't run. You hit them and they hurt.
Yeah,
you hit them.
It's just constant damage over time. Miss Nautica getting taken out by CJ. That LMG looking strong as ever for Akron's side.
Now I just noticed that they do not have the diffuser, so they have to go for kills here. And Jaeger is gonna peek and get a kill on Zofia, as well as
IMAC getting a double kill. Prodigy with the third. And that is Akron caking their third round of this game.
Yeah, so it goes up to a 3-1 to Akron, and now they can defend the CCTV cash room again, I believe. Yes, so they're going to pick that and try and defend it as well.
St. Clair just with some unfortunate timing there. And if Doozy kept peeking, looking where he was at, he would have probably had that kill. But unfortunately, he looked to the right and got peeked by the Jaeger. And that was a double kill lined up right there.
You know, pushing into that site is so hard. Or sorry, pushing into that room is so hard to do. There's so many angles that can be held, so many peaks that can be, you know, peeked around, wide peaks, holding angles, anything like that. And you saw two Akron players inside that room at one point, which one rotated out to construction. And so there was just a big presence in that room, and it's so hard to just push in blind.
And on top of that, they had someone on site, so they had to worry about 3 different sight lines at once. And there we go, the rotate hole coming in from the Legion. It's going to open up on each side.
Okay, so you saw the bandit punching that wall to give holes in that wall, and that essentially is a sound cue. So when Thermite places his Thermite charge, the sound of the charge going down goes through the little holes in the wall. On the outside, you'll see them when Thermite is attacking. But the sound of the charge goes through that hole, and it tells Bandit, hey, it's on the left side, so he can Bandit trick the left side. Or, hey, it's on the right side, so he can Bandit trick the right side.
I actually never knew that, so that's interesting to hear. That's because I saw that happening on Wednesday night too. The same exact one was happening. I thought they were just punching the wall for fun.
No, a lot of times, even with rotate holes, you'll hear sound come through the rotate hole, even though it's not nowhere near you. But it'll sound like it's behind you, but it's actually beside you.
Yeah,
It's weird like that. But it's cool that the game added that feature, because essentially, it's realistic. You'll hear sound through the hole rather than the wall. But as you can see, Imagine pushing in through Strip Club here, getting into Billiards, his normal push, and Bandit is going to bandit these walls.
and last time they pushed CCTV, St. Clair College got their first round. So Miss Nautica had a strong presence on that balcony. She was able to get her Thermite wall open. Because of the roam clear by St. Clair, they were able to take some presence away from that wall, back down onto the stairs, and Miss Nautica with ease opening up that wall. So let's see if they can do the exact same thing this time. And here we go. It's
So
gonna
there's the
go.
Bandit.
Akron giving up that Thermite wall right away, not even contesting it once.
No, that Zofia was on the window behind him, impacting and everything.
Okay.
Contesting that window. See, as you see, Doozy on the window, shooting his impacts and possibly his concussion grenades in there. So they opened up that wall pretty nice.
Miss Nautica with a nice kill on Juicy Joseph. So that's advantage to St. Clair in this round, but she is low on health. So let's see how they play around that. Maybe it's going to slow her down a little bit, but St. Clair full steam ahead right now. That's shots off onto the Pulse. So the Pulse is going to be at half health. Miss Nautica still at the same amount.
So if Doozy jumps into that window and just pre-fires to his left, he could have got someone, but obviously he doesn't know anybody's there. So he's going to go back on his drone and see if he can find anybody to shoot.
Miss Nautica with a strong presence, and
Rapid
that's somebody
going
down. And Doozy goes down too from the window. I'm at with a nice peek on and some good timing, but is that Rapid confirmed down, or did he get picked up?
He got picked up. So,
and here we go. We're going to see the plant go down. JMB's with a nice kill on Prodigy. So that's the Maestro down. So Maestro can't use his camera to disrupt the defuse. And he was going to go for the C4, but he didn't get the C4 throw off in time before dying. And that's IMAT in a 1-on-4 situation. Let's see if he can bring it back.
The pings are coming out. He's going to try and pre-fire a ping. He's going to get peeked by Imagine here. And IMAT getting the kill on Imagine. And now it's down to a 1v3 with very to little no health. And, you know, the pings are still coming out holding that diffuser. There's one on the balcony that he doesn't know about, and he's going to get that kill. JM Beast holding the rappel to kill IMAT.
That's very well thought out attack by St. Clair College, holding all angles, not letting him onto site. Imagine does go down, but it was a good peek by Akron to get that kill. IMAT doing all he can, but it wasn't enough to take them to round 4. So that's 2-3. St. Clair down by 1.
Yeah, so IMAT picking up 1 kill from the 1v4, but essentially on that low health, even a bullet to the body kills you. And JM Beast hitting that headshot and essentially don't need the body shot. So now we're switching over to Church. They're going to try and defend downstairs. So now again, with the IQ and her scanner is going to be a crucial part in this attack. If Doc is running a bulletproof, you can see the bulletproof as well, but I believe he's possibly running barbed wire.
That's both rounds for St. Clair coming out in that CCTV room, so they're looking stellar on that attacking site. But they looked a little shaky pushing the basement, so let's see if Akron can hold the same defense they did last time and come out with a round 4, or is St. Clair going to even it up at 3-3?
So now St. Clair is not running double hard breach, so they're only going to be able to open up potentially two hatches. So I believe they probably prepared to attack upstairs. So them going downstairs threw them off. Now they can only open up 2 hatches. Not that bad, but essentially you want to open up all 3.
And here we go, CJ holding that stairs. He's a slower character, so he's probably not going to go for the roam. He's probably just going to hold onto those stairs. We see Doozy pushing into the billiards, but not going through the window. Just opening up that hole and holding the sight lines. Imagine pushing his normal route through strip club.
There is a Legion, I believe, around on the main stairs. Just kind of waiting. And it's a Valkyrie now. I see her outline. It is a Valkyrie waiting for someone to peek into bar so that she can pick that up. And Doozy is peeking around, holding a long angle onto stage. Gets peeked by the Valkyrie, and IMAT picking up JM Beast, and Imagine is going to peek the main stairs.
So Doozy's going to stay down. Nobody's confirmed that kill yet, so they can get picked up. He does get picked up.
He picks himself up, so he's essentially at 5 health instead of 20.
Okay, and Doozy going to hold that sight line on main entrance still. And Rapid's going to go to clear the main stairs.
So they're just doing their roam clear now. They're playing it safe because Doozy is 5 health, and it's still, they still have the 5 defenders.
Akron University still looking strong on this defense. They're not even pushing anybody into St. Clair's side. They want St. Clair to come to them.
So St. Clair slowly pushing down these stairs, and there's not going to be anyone there to contest. And so, you know, that's a free path into the main hallway there. But there is a camera, and you see IMAT is roaming in garage. So they're going to have to push him out of garage if they do want to have a successful push here.
Here we see Rapid going to contest him in garage. He doesn't, I don't think they actually know he's there. He does, and IMAT comes out on top with that duel. Rapid going down, so that's 2 players down on St. Clair's side, 5 still up on Akron. And that Doc heals up the Jaeger to almost full health. And there we see another player going down for St. Clair. Imagine dropped by Juicy. And we see Doozy dropped by Krim.
So 1v5, Miss Nautica upstairs in the bar. Now, I have a feeling that they are going to get very, very peak heavy and try and get this kill. As she drops, she's going to get picked off.
Miss Nautica going for the fancy drop down, but IMAT ready for her. And there we see a nice kill from Miss Nautica, but she can't confirm the second one. Taken out on the drop.
That is a hard angle to hold when you are dropping the hatch, because they see your feet and they just shoot. So
Going into round 7, we're going to be switching sides. St. Clair on defense now, and Akron on attack. What do you think of this game so far going into the halftime switch?
so I have a feeling that, you know, it's a very close game. I'm at with a lot of kills, but on both sides of the board, they're getting kills, and essentially the only time that the diffuser has gone down is in CCTV cache on both attacks. So their defense on the bottom was close to spectacular, and you know their defense upstairs was iffy at some times, but it was pretty good. And St. Clair's attack upstairs was close to amazing, and except for some rounds. And so let's see if they can roll swap and do the same.
We saw Doozy with a 6 pick on Maestro, so maybe they're going to go for the same strat that Akron did, holding that sightline on the diffuser spot. But we're going to see him move into construction and maybe put his cams down in there. No, he's just putting down razor wire.
10 seconds remaining.
So they have the Bandit, obviously, to Bandit Trick, the Smoke, Maestro, Legion, and Jaeger, as well as Akron has Ash, Nomad, Capitao, Thermite, and Thatcher. So again, the Thermite Thatcher will push that big wall. The Capitao is most likely going to the window on the balcony and contesting that Bandit with his fire arrows.
Does St. Clair have any roamers? I think all 5 players are upstairs at the moment.
They have, I believe, 2 inside of garage, 1 in cash room, 1 in CC, TV doing the bandit tricking, and then 1 is all the way in master bedroom.
So they do have some type of roamer holding that master bedroom side, expecting that flank coming through that area. And we see Capitao putting in the flames down so that Thatcher can maybe get his shot off. And he does get it. So bandit trick not working because of that combo from the Thermite, the Thatcher, and the Capitao. Excellent work by Akron to open up that sightline.
Yeah, so getting that sightline open is very big, because now the roamer in garage is pinched. And as Ash sees his head, he's going to get quick peek. They're going to go on a quick peeking frenzy here, trying who can get the first kill. And so someone's going to go upside down rappel on the door, so that's going to be a hard peek to hold. And Capitao is going to Capitao fire arrow at him.
Do you know who that is stuck up top there? I'm trying to figure out what character. That is Imagine. So Legion getting taken out first, and we have JM Beast really low on health, so that's 2 players essentially in trouble for
And
St. Clair.
I'm at also on 50 health, and Capitao with a smidgen of health taken down. So they're going to take control of garage here and try and execute a push.
We have Capitao pushing in quickly. Imat taking out JM Beast, so that is 2 down on St. Clair. He's going to put down the smoke. They're going to go for the plant, the diffuser. And that's smoke throwing down, but not disrupting the diffuser. Rapid getting a kill on Imat. Diffuser's down right now, so St. Clair's going to have to do it. Rapid getting a kill on Surma. Duzzy getting a kill on Juicy. We see the Nomad holding the angle, though. That's missed. Nautica taken out by CJ. Prodigy taking out Doozy. And we have a 1v2 for Rapid. Let's see if he can get the 4K to clutch it up.
So Nomad's going to be holding the window behind him. Doesn't see him, though. Yeah.
And there we go. Rapid taken out by CJ 4 days. And I think that's the 5th round they have. So 2-5.
Yes. So that's a hard one to come back from. They got the diffuser down. They almost took it back. They were up the man advantage and then dropped so quickly, with Miss Nautica going down as well as Doozy, and then Rapid was stuck to a 1v2.
It was a really, really good try for St. Clair to retake that. They were getting kill after kill, but the defense or the attack, sorry, of Akron, very strong, very composed, not giving any unneeded peaks.
Yeah, as you can see, the Thatcher just dropped a little bit down on his rappel, so they had a cam on it, obviously. So if there was a defuse, that Thatcher could peek up and get the kill.
Rotate holes getting made early.
So as you can see, it's pretty much the same hold, except for Doozy is on the Pulse instead of the Maestro.
Maestro didn't have too much of an effect last round because they did take out that drone.
Yes, they took out the cam, essentially the default cam in this site, and so Doozy's going to be playing in the basement, just trying to get as much intel as he can and give callouts essentially. And then you have the Legion in garage going to hold the same angle and try and contest.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
So I don't see the roam presence in Master anymore. So maybe the roam is brought back because Doozy is playing the basement. But a Nomad charge was placed outside of blue window.
And Doozy's cardiac sensor picking somebody up on that balcony, so they're gonna know that they're going for the thermite. So he's got 3 picked up on the cardiac sensor, so they know that 3 are very close together. Strong presence on that one side.
So they're just waiting here to Capitao, Thatcher, and Thermite. So the Capitao is down, pushing the Bandit out. They're gonna
Thatcher gonna get an uncontested wall breach. And here, IMAT pushing into garage, similar to last time. Gonna go flash out that Legion. 3 flashes for that Legion.
So all utility from Ash has been used, as there's a Bandit in the bottom of the garage.
JMB's taking out IMAT. Very well peeked by the Bandit on St. Clair to take out the Ash. Incredible shot.
So now,
What a C4 throw coming out from St. Clair to drop that thermite outside on balcony.
if they hold this site, CJ getting one on Doozy, but if they hold this site, they know that, I don't know if they know that someone is down. So essentially, they're going to get that res, and Thermite is just going to be 20 health.
And that was diffuser down, so if they noticed that the res wasn't there, they could possibly know that the diffuser's down, but nobody's going to peek for that. It wasn't noticed that the player went down, so that's going to be a free res coming out for Akron, like you said.
I believe I saw a Jaeger roaming below, and CJ just missed them on the blue rotate.
CJ in a 1v1 situation against that Jaeger.
So it was actually, sorry, Doozy playing below. And imagine picking up Juicy. Imagine picking up Prodigy as well. And CJ pushing in through construction.
CJ pushing in. That's Surma taking out Imagine. Surma taking out JM Beast. CJ taking out Rapid. So we're in a quick 1v2 situation. St. Clair in trouble right now. They had so much advantage, and it's down to just 1v2. How can Miss Nautica play this? I don't think she knows that diffuser's down, so maybe she does. She's waiting for that rotate, essentially. And Akron slowing it down.
As you can see, the Nomad on the right side of the screen pushing in through Cat. Gonna get the peek off, turn around.
Miss Nautica's got to reload, and that Nomad with a sliver of health clutching up for Akron. That's 6-2 for Akron. Very well peaked by both players. Both of them were very low, so essentially they had to get that pinch off. They couldn't take the 1v1 fights, and it comes out in their favor in the end.
Yeah, so going down to match point, they're going to try and hold CC. Oh, they're going to switch off to Church, and so they're going to hold a different site. They lost twice, and they're going to switch it up, see if they can catch them off guard.
They're accepting defeat on CCTV, and they want to switch it up before it's too late. Let's see how they're going to hold on Church. Essentially, they need to win 4 rounds in a row to bring it to overtime.
That is correct. And as you can see, Akron is preparing for an upstairs take, as they don't have double hard breach, and they have the Capitao, Thatcher, and Nomad and Ash. So the same operators they ran for the upstairs take. So I feel like they planned for an upstairs take.
Going into the defensive setup, let's see how St. Clair decides to hold this.
They're going to be for a rude awakening when they find out they're downstairs.
Yeah.
So let's see how well they can hold this site. Now, they did hold the upstairs site very well. It came down to those dying seconds of the round, at the end of the round, and it was just a kill spree. It was one after another after another.
Mayhem. I didn't even know what was happening. It was so exciting, so clutch for Akron to bring it back down into that 1v2 situation, and it was the excellent play on the pinch that gave them that round. If they didn't make that pinch, they would have lost the round. That Nomad had no health at all.
Yeah, so essentially, when you get down to those dying seconds, it is so crucial to know what you're peeking, because there's probably so many angles that are being held by so many people, and anything that you peek, oh, I'm seeing almost a full clip into the camera that does not move. But anything that you peek is so hard to re-peek, because there's so many people pushing on the one site.
And it was also really good positioning the way they entered that pinch too. If the Nomad pinched from the CCTV instead of the breach rotate hole, that could have been essentially the round for Miss Nautica as well, because she wouldn't have had to use as much of the clip to take down that player if the Nomad went first. So another good thing to point out for Akron is the strats that they're calling out right now are on point.
Yeah, so as you can see, they just did a little quick roam clear running around, and everybody is on the basement, so there's going to be no top floor presence. And Doozy is going to go for a C4, but it's going to get blown up by a breaching charge, and he's going to use his cardiac scanner again, spot them out, and he's going to get a call on the C4 by JM Beast, and I have a feeling that they're going to time this out perfectly to get this C4 off.
Let's
As
see
you
if they
see,
can make it
JMB's
off.
holding out his C4. Now Doozy's calling out both. One main stairs, one outside.
JMB still holding on to his C4 right now, not getting ready for somebody to push, not focusing on that one player. And here we go, there's a hatch open. So Juicy going right into point, using his thermite. There's no bandit there to contest. They're going to open it right up right away. St. Clair not ready for this push. Doozy taking out IMAT though. Very good reactions. Juicy getting the refrag on Imagine. And let's see how they push it. Sees the player laying down, getting shots off. Juicy taking out Miss Nautica too, so that's a double kill coming out for him. And how is he going to push into this? They're going to try to go for that bomb or diffuser down. Planting the diffuser, he's getting shots off into that player in boiler room. But how is he going to catch the rotate? Diffuser goes down. CJ takes out Rapid. That's essentially Doozy and JMB's both getting refrags. 2v2 situation. JMB's at low health. Surma taking out Doozy, and Prodigy taking out JMB's. So that is the game for Akron. They go up 1-0 in this match.
Yeah, so that was a well-executed push and a very well defense. But again, it came down to those dying seconds. Everybody pushed in at once. Everybody was holding hangles. Everybody was just holding everything they can. And essentially it came down in Akron's favor, and that's what you got to do. And so very well executed.
That was essentially very smart for Akron University. Everybody usually expecting the push in through kitchen down on there, but they went for that bar push, and it looked like St. Clair wasn't ready for that at all.
No, St. Clair really was not ready for that wall to be open. And you know, there is a strat that teams do open up that wall. That is something that opens up fairly rarely, and you know, it's one of those things that you just aren't prepared for, and you have two guys on site in Arsenal, and no one's in church. You have one guy in church, and they didn't expect the church push.
Very very good game coming up from both teams, looking like it's gonna be a great match coming in. So we're gonna throw it to a quick break, transitioning to the second map. Stay tuned and get ready for more action in the CR6 Week 1 match.